I skipped out on Red Dead Redemption when it first came out. I don't even know why, but recently, not even with this news or anything leading up to this, my interest was starting to be piqued. And I played the original Red Dead Redemption via emulation on the Xbox. And then I started playing Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC. And I was like, man, I missed out on these games back when they came out. I had friends that I worked with when these games came out. That's all they would talk about. And for some reason, I don't know why. I have no clue why, but I just wasn't interested at that time. But now, hearing like, hey, whoa, they're bringing back Red Dead Redemption and it's coming to the Nintendo Switch and PS4. What the heck? Like I saw this earlier. I had a lot of stuff to do, but I saw little drops of this being promoted on Twitter or X, whatever the hell it's called. And I was like, oh, sweet. Maybe I'll play this on the Switch. I don't know how good it's going to look or how well it's going to run, but maybe I'll play it on the Switch. And then, I got a little excited. And then I just started to see all the negativity. And that's kind of what I want to talk about here. I want to hear from you guys in the comments because I started scratching my head. Like I'm all for, re-releases, games getting remastered, remaked, because you could vote with your dollars. You don't have to buy something if it doesn't tickle it for you, and that's fine. You just don't buy it, right? Does something being released, that's just, discussion. I'm not arguing with anybody, but does something being released take away from something else? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, like Rockstar is working on Grand Theft Auto 6 and, this just kind of pops up. And then I start seeing people talking about, well, what? Like, okay, yeah, it's coming to the Switch PS4. Like, yeah, it's going to be backwards compatible on PS5, but like, where's the enhancements? Where, it's just a port. That's what the biggest thing is that I'm seeing. It's just a port. There's no online. 30 frames per second, just a port. You're getting the Undead Nightmare DLC as well. But this is one thing I've talked about in some other videos of mine recently about like retro re-releases. I wouldn't necessarily call like this game came out like 13 years ago or something like that. So is this retro? Would you consider this game retro? I don't know. Whatever your definition of it is, that's fine. But for me, I'm kind of conflicted on some of these things because I have to see value, right? This is available coming up in like 10 days, dude. $50 on the Nintendo Switch digital. This is the other thing that drives me nuts, and the one thing I can legitimately like have feels for. Like I'm not here with any fake gamer rage. Like, oh my God. Like I just want to talk about this. But when the digital version comes out and then 2 months later there's a physical version, what the like I like physical and I do see it in my comments where people are like, oh, embrace digital. Like, whatever, dude. To each their own, however you want to, go about your life. I prefer physical most of the time, but digital is fine in certain regards, and I've accepted that in some ways. But I hate when they do that, digital and then months later physical. At least they announce that it's on their page, right? But $50 for a game that's not enhanced, it's missing features, nothing special going on. It's just more access, legitimate access, instead of somebody like me, sitting in my garage or my house or wherever the hell I'm playing at the time. A lot of times I'm in the garage filming stuff, and in between I'll be playing around on things. But emulating, like I've been emulating this game, and I was like, man, it's a beautiful game. But yeah, my conflicted self comes into play with re-releases, retro remakes, whatever. Especially re-releases. There's got to be that added value for $50 freaking dollars for an old ass game. What am I getting out of it? Just I could play it on new hardware, or I could just go back and play it on the old hardware just fine. Either way, it's to each their own. Make up your own mind on what the value is. But for me, there's got to be additional value when you bring something out. And sometimes for me, like with retro re-releases, it's like quantity. Like if you have a collection of games, that could provide value. If you're adding extra features, if you're remastering, doing a little HD like coat of paint over it, that could be added value. Like little things that you add to the game can add value, in my opinion, and could be a justification for like, hey, I don't need to emulate this, or I don't need to play this on the old hardware. There's something new. There's something special. There's something extra to justify this $50 purchase. And with Red Dead Redemption being ported, it's just a port. There really isn't anything. You know, when the what was it, the Grand Theft Auto collection, the little remaster thing was coming out, I was all like, hell yeah, I'm gonna buy that collection. I'm gonna get the physical edition. I think for the Switch, then it didn't come out at the same time. I don't know what the heck happened, and then I just forgot about it. I was like, never mind. I started seeing all the negative reviews and stuff with the game, and I was like, just never mind. I'll play those games if I want to. I'll play them a different way. And here I have the same option. I don't have to spend the $50 on what some people are considering a lazy port. It's just a port of an old game to new hardware. But some people will argue that's a good thing. That's a fine thing. And that's why I just want to hear from you guys, because I could have my take. And my take is I don't see the value here for me personally, but maybe for other people, they will see value here. Like, hey, I don't care about the online. I don't care about a fancy new coat of paint. I just want to play the classic game in a legitimate way on newer hardware that I currently have. Don't want to emulate this. Don't want to have to get, a PS3, Xbox 360, that kind of thing. Don't want to have to get those systems in order to play this, or whatever, get a new Xbox. I don't know. So there can be justification for some people. For me, it's like, I want to jump into this, but I feel like with nothing being added to it, I'm fine just emulating it the way I've been doing. And, I think leading up to this, there was mumblings of a, remaster of this game coming out. I know I'd heard that a couple times, and then the announcement of this comes out today, and people are disappointed. People are like, this is a lazy port. This is ridiculous. But like I said, at the same time, you could just bypass it and be like, well, they didn't give me what I wanted. It's not, they don't give you anything. They're not giving me the opportunity to give them money for something I wanted. So I'm not going to buy it. That's all. That's really all you got to do, But some people will rage over these kind of things and get, very disappointed. I don't know. I've got a little level of disappointment. I most likely won't grab this, not digitally at least. If I feel compelled in a couple months, I think it comes out in October physically. Maybe I'll grab it. Would be kind of cool, but at the same time, it's man. We gotta have something added. I think, but and it's not on PC either. That's weird. PS4, Nintendo Switch. The hell? Pretty soon we're not even gonna be thinking about the Switch anymore. The Switch 2 is coming out next year, maybe. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. You said not raging, not flipping out here. Just really want to communicate with you guys. I'm going to read all the comments, drop them down below. Thanks for watching. That's my rant and ramble for the day. Bye.